Greetings to the respected judges. I am Anurag Kushwaha from Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Indore. I'm pursuing BBA LLB and I'm in the second year. My topic for this competition is access to justice, role of legal services institutions. I will like to start with a quote by one of the pioneers of the Indian judiciary who played a major role in the legal aid reform in our country. Quite obviously, it is Justice P.N. Bhagwati, who once said, "Government alone will never be able to do it. It is only the people themselves who must utilize law for the purpose of bringing justice at the doorsteps of the large masses of our country." With a similar context, I have based my speech not only on the role of legal services institutions in providing access to justice to the underprivileged, but also the complementary role of educational institutions, pro bono services, and activists towards the conclusion. Starting with the history of legal services institutions and the ideology behind legal aid services, it is required that we talk about the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987, which was enacted for the very purpose of providing justice to the weaker sections of society and others, as mentioned in the Section 12 of the Act. Two major legal services institutions, namely Lok Adalats and committees at national, state, district, and taluk level, as legal services authorities were also constituted. In the Indian Constitution, Article 39A mentions free legal aid for the economic and specially able groups. Further, in 1980, a committee was formed under Justice P.N. Bhagwati to implement the legal aid schemes. NALSA, which is the National Legal Services Authority, is the apex legal services institution in our country which funds the other bodies related to it located in various states, districts, or taluks. Today, there are also several non government legal services institutions and societies like Committee for Legal Aid to Poor, Pro Bono India, etc. While there were Nyay Panchayat before, the need for Lok Adalats can be understood by a report published by NALSA, which states that about 14,75,577 people were benefited through legal services in April 2018 and March 2019. Tracing back to history, soon after the independence of India, in Rangpur village of Gujarat, which comprised of tribal and backward people, Hari Vallabh Parekh established a system of Lok Adalat under the shade of a tree where he and the villagers would sit to hear disputes and resolve them, as mentioned in a research by Upendra Bakshi titled From Takrar to Karar. The documentation was done in local language and every villager had the access to justice. Such key establishments that offer support to the lower tier of society are much needed and hence highlight the importance of legal services institutions, both government and non government, in today's time when clinical legal education and legal aid centers are also enforced. It becomes of great significance. Such bodies, for example, in the case of People's Union for Democratic Rights versus Union of India, where the petitioner was an independent organization working for democratic rights of people, uh, helped the workers involved in the construction work of Asian Games who were suffering from forced labor and the unlawful interference of Jamadars to raise their concerns before the court. The Supreme Court had acknowledged a letter regarding this and highlighted the epistolary jurisdiction for availing access to justice to the aggrieved. Hence, apart from the common method of justice by litigation, the courts and lawyers should realize their role in society where the weaker sections require such support. However, the road of legal aid services is not easy and never has been. In an empirical research titled Grappling at the Grassroots Access to Justice in India's Lower Tier, it was found that the inefficiency of root level justice bodies and the pressure on lawyers to educate the clients who were underprivileged has actually done more harm than good on the speed of disposal of cases. Similarly, in a research by Dr. Jeet Singh Maan on the impact analysis of the legal aid services, it was found that about 98% people do not even trust the quality of legal aid services and counsels and are often not interested in them, as most are compelled to pay money, which defies the purpose of legal aid altogether. It is known that there is insufficient awareness at the core level of our society about legal rights and services, which also acts as a barrier in their struggle to access to justice. Hence, as I mentioned earlier, through a quote by Justice P.N. Bhagwati, the aim to provide legal aid and justice to the people who need it the most should be shared by all of us together rather than imposed solely on the government and the courts. especially in this tough time of a pandemic when even the economy is in distress. Hence, I affirm with the view that the voluntary and legal services by reaching out to the people at the remote areas while connecting with the weaker sections is required. These people must be informed of their rights, and the educational institutions, non-government organizations, and lawyers should all work together with the legal services institutions to provide them opportunities for access to justice now more than ever. As most lower and higher courts around the nation are only functional through internet as e-courts, they need to be our priority, or else the aim of providing justice to all would only remain in theory. Thank you very much.